Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Slip on Switch live stream. And right now, there's no one on. But if you're watching this in the recap, yeah, we'll start talking. Live stream is going to be focused on all the games that I played over 2023. Or sorry, 2022. Now that it is 2023, and I'm hoping some people could join and chat in the comments. But as of now, we don't have anyone. Anyways, so I have here a stack of physical games that I played through, and we will be going to them in roughly the order that I played them. Hello, Jody. Welcome to the stream. So those are the physical games that I played, and we also have the digital ones. So yeah, we'll be going through them. I know the screen's not really coming up so good. Anyways, so yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna go to first game we played is a digital game, so I'm gonna boot it up. So we have the screen. So yeah, the first game that I finished this year I played is Freddy Fish and the Case of the Stolen Conch Shell. Now this is a Switch port from Humongous Entertainment, and this is a really fun game. Now, Freddy Fish is a children's point-and-click adventure game, and old PC game. I'm not sure exactly what year it came out, but I played all these Humongous Entertainment games when I was a kid on my family computer. We didn't have any consoles in our house, but we did have a computer with some CD games, and I loved the Humongous Entertainment ones. And when they announced they're coming to the Switch, I was like, yes, I need them. As soon as this one came out, this was from the first wave of two games. I bought it right away, played it. I didn't buy the second one, and then when they did the other wave, I bought one, and I'm really happy that those six games that they released from Humongous Entertainment are getting a physical in a few months through Limited Run Games distribution line. Have the physical pre-ordered from Amazon. Anyways, so yeah, Freddy Fish is cute little. Sorry, I forgot the best way. Cute little point-and-click adventure where we have Freddy and Luther, and this is the third game in the series. And they're looking for a conch shell that's missing, and just go around to try to solve the mystery. And it's a cute, short game. Each time you play it, the items you need to find are in different locations, so you have different, replay value. After I played the Switch version, I really enjoyed letting my little brother play it when I went there, when I went to visit my parents, and he really enjoyed it. He didn't finish the second one, which we'll get to soon. But yeah, anyways, really cute game. Really looking forward to the physical release of the six Humongous Entertainment games that are already on Switch, and hopefully we can get more. So let me know in the comments if you played this, any of the Humongous Entertainment games. I just want to, get the chat going, engage with people. Yeah, so the first game was Freddy Fish. Anyways, the second game, we played another digital release. We have Picross S. Now, I love Picross style games, and I, bought this on the Switch a while back, but I never actually finished it. And actually, when I finished it this year, there was actually one puzzle in the game that I started over 2 years ago. Well, over 2 years before I actually played it, because I finished this in last January. Yeah, really fun Picross games. I love the Picross games. It's just a really, really nice release. Fun games, to fill in the grids. Not too much to say about it. Just really, really fun. So, yeah, that's so first two games finished that I spoke about. If anyone wants to chime in the comments, Freddy Fish, Picross S. Picross is on your wish list, Jody. Yeah, there are a ton of them on Switch now. I only bought the first three so far, and I haven't finished the second one. I finished one and three. I had them running on different Switches. Yeah, anyways, the next two games that I finished this year were from the Cooking Tycoons 3-in-1 bundle. So I did Pizza Bar Tycoon. Whoops. I forgot that was touchscreen. And the Pizza Bar Tycoon and the Burger Chef Tycoon. So I actually played this when I was at home with COVID. I got COVID last January, and I was just sitting at home playing games most of the time. Wasn't actually feeling sick, thank God. Only realized because I was supposed to travel. And yeah, so played these games. Didn't finish the third one. These are, fun arcade style games where you just have to fill in orders. Since I was by my parents when I had it, my little brother was enjoying it as well. I didn't isolate from my family when I had COVID because they also all had COVID right before I got COVID. So um, we were all just at home. Yeah, but two fun games from Baltro. I didn't finish the third one in the bundle, but these are cute, fun games. Now, those are so far digital, all digital. But yeah, now we have our first physical game that I finished this year is What the Golf. From Triband, the I Am 8-Bit Physical. This game was so much fun. It's a golf game, but instead of like your traditional get the ball to the hole, you have the wackiest levels. But all the gameplay is based off shooting a ball around or other stuff because sometimes the game just goes crazy. And if you haven't played this, check it out. And the less you know about it going in, the better. You will laugh your head off. There are some good challenges involved. It is just a really, really fun game. Yeah, let me know if you guys, if anyone in the chat, check this one out. But yeah, short arcade style levels and just really really fun challenges. Just getting all the games in the holes, or not all the balls to the goal. Whatever your goal is definitely a wild time. Yeah, so that is that. Now the next game I finished this year was Pajama Sam, No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside. Another of the Mungus Entertainment releases. Really looking forward to the physical bundle for these games. Pajama Sam is No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside is one game I played over and over and over and over and over and over as a kid. Whereas before I was talking about the Freddy Fish, growing up that wasn't one of my favorite Freddy Fish games. I really like Freddy Fish 2, Freddy Fish 1. Hopefully those come to Switch at some point. But Pajama Sam No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside I played so many times. Great game, and it works really good on the Switch, especially with touchscreen. And yeah, the Pajama Sam 2 is on the Switch. The Freddy Fish 3 is the only one that's on the Switch, but Pajama Sam 1 and 2 are on the Switch. I think it was a Pajama Sam 5 also, but that's not on Switch. Another point and click game where you going around trying to capture darkness because it's scary. And yeah, it's really, really cute game. Now, the next one that we played this year is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I have here a French copy. Was really looking forward to this game when it was announced, and it did not disappoint. Loved the roaming around, catching Pokemon, battling occasionally, throwing around. Really, really made the Pokemon world a lot more fun. Jody still have to finish Arceus. I also have to get back to this. I'll actually get to that in a minute, but really, really, really had a blast with this. Catching all I forgot what they were called, like the bigger Pokemon, and just filling up the decks, exploring the area. The story was pretty good. Nothing like mind blowing, but it was a ton of fun just walking around throwing Pokeballs everywhere. Now, when I got to the first final boss, I guess when you are when you fight the second legendary, because I think there's like a couple different endings of the game. So I was laying in bed playing that, and during that, while I was in the middle of the battle for the first ending, there was a Nintendo Direct, and the first game that was announced in that Nintendo Direct was Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So I was in the middle of that boss, paused it for the Direct, and next thing I know it, when I picked up my Switch after the Direct, I was playing this. So I did eventually finish that boss, but I never actually continued the story after the first ending. Well, I need to get to that. Anyways, when that Direct finished, I grabbed my other Switch. Hey Leafy, welcome to the chat. As soon as that Direct finished, where Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes was announced, I grabbed my second Switch, popped this in, and started playing Black Eagles routes. Now, as soon as this game came out, I played the Blue Lions route. A few months later, I played the Golden Deer, and I was gonna play a few months after that the Black Eagles, but I ended up getting sidetracked that entire year with the Kaseki series. So as soon as Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Host got announced, I'm like, I gotta finish this game beforehand. Now, the first Fire Emblem game I ever played was Fire Emblem Warriors on the Switch, and I absolutely really love the Warriors game. I love the Fire Emblem universe that you see in that game, which isn't a lot. But when this game came out, I was really, really looking forward to seeing it, especially after playing Mario Rabbids the first year of the Switch, having that strategy RPG gameplay. I was really looking forward to trying this because I've heard a lot of good things about the series, and I absolutely loved this game. Playing with the Blue Lions, which is the best house. Don't find me on that. Um, the first time when it initially launched, and when I was playing it, when I finished playing it, then I was like, we need a Warriors game set in Fodlan. So when we got that Three Hopes announcement, I was over the moon, and finally finished the Edelgard and Church routes to complete all storylines in this game. I did play the Ashen Wolves DLC when I was playing my Golden Deer walkthrough. That was when that released, so I played those at the same time. But finished all this whole game this year, which was an amazing release, and I'm really looking forward to Engage in a few weeks. So yeah, build up the Fire Emblem collection. I did it. Also, the only other Fire Emblem I played besides for the Switch runs, the Switch ones was Awakening on the 3DS, which I have to get to the other 3DS ones. I do have them. I just haven't played them yet. Now the next game that I played, hello, and I can't remember your name, Mr. Serial Killer. All right, how are you doing tonight? Um, hello, Sucking on Games. I am doing good. How are you doing today? I hope everyone's having a great weekend. The next game I played was Life is Strange True Colors on the Switch. Now, I did play this on the Xbox when it launched back in September of 2021. And I was really looking forward to playing again with a Switch port because the Switch is my favorite system, and I loved the Life is Strange series when I played it. And this game, I was a little worried about how it will come. When do I think the Switch 2 will come out? Kaisen 12S. I am honestly not even thinking about it. I'm just gonna love the Switch while it's out, and whenever the Switch 2 comes out, we'll check it out. But yeah, the Switch is great. Like, I'm not desperate for something new. But anyways, back to Life is Strange True Colors. This game is great. You know, you follow Alex as she returns, as not she returns, but as she reunites with her brother after a long time, and shortly after something happens, and she has to figure out. And it is a great, great adventure. Life is Strange series is just amazing, and I think this is the best one in my opinion. Played this one twice. Played most of them twice, besides Life is Strange 2. Um, but the Switch version, I was a little worried about it, but it looked beautiful. It ran great, no issues. Actually, when I was playing it on the Xbox One, the launch edition, I had a lot of screen stuttering and a lot of issues. I was a little nervous for the Switch, but the Switch port ran great. It did have some visual downgrades, but it was just it was great. I cannot recommend this enough. It does have a big download though, so not all in cart, but they knocked it out of the park with this port, and the game is just phenomenal. Life is Strange True Colors, cannot recommend it enough. And is pretty standalone, even though it's like the third or fourth game in the series, depending on how you count. It is almost completely standalone. There's one returning character, but you don't really need to know anything about her previous story unless you play the DLC, which focuses on that returning character. Let me know. Did you play Life is Strange True Colors? What system did you play it on? What other Life is Strange games did you play? I want to chat with people in the comments about all these games. Anyways, the next game that we went through that we played this year was a Box Boy and Box Girl. Wanted to play these games. I do have all the 3DS entries, but I didn't actually end up playing them yet. But I bought this when it came out on Switch. BBX, how do you recommend it? Intend. Which game are you referring to? Yeah, Box Boy, Box Girl. It's a really fun puzzle game. You just you have different boxes, which have different abilities, and you have to just get to the goal or collect some crowns if you want an extra challenge. Fun puzzle game, not super long, and it's a good game. Jody, you like my Box Boy and Box Girl? I'm glad you like it. I had a blast with this game, and I really need to check out the 3DS entries at some point. Yeah. Anyways, Box Boy, Box Girl. Good game. Now, next game we have Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. I bought this with the collector edition at launch from NAS America, and I just never got around to playing it. The art style I thought was beautiful. I was like, I gotta play this. I gotta play this. I just never got around to it. Finally, this year with a sequel coming out, I finally played it. Jody, you still need the box boy, but apparently that one's really hard to find. So good luck, King. I really hope you do. It's not one that I am particularly looking for. But yeah. Anyways, when the sequel of this game came out, I was like, I really got to play the first one, and I finally got around to playing it, and I had a blast with this. Really, really, really cute um, art design and animations, and cute story, and it was just a great game. The presentation is a puzzle platformer, so it's not extremely hard, but really, really, really fun game, and not too long. Definitely recommend checking this out. And the collector edition was really nice. Came with a storybook based off the game, and I really got to play the second one already. But backlogs. Leafy loved the art style so much. I'm just obsessed with games with amazing art styles, and this is it. This is like one of the best ones of that I could think of. Anyways, the next game I finished was Picross S3. Now, after I finished Picross S1, I had Picross S3 loaded up onto my OLED, and Picross S2 loaded up onto my light, and just depending on my mood, which one I carried around with me that day. So I never finished Picross S2 yet, but I did finish Picross S3. Um, and it's just Picross, but it's just great because Picross is awesome. Um, yeah, I gotta finish S2. I didn't buy. I just own digitally, S1, 2, and 3. But once I finish those three, I'll buy more. Um, always enjoying Picross. Next game that we finished is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Incredible game. Kirby in 3D platforming. Had a absolute blast with this. Loved all the different abilities you can get. The level design. Had a fun time going to the launch event at Nintendo New York. And I haven't played like a ton of Kirby's adventures, but this one was definitely a blast playing through. And I'm looking forward to checking out Return to Dream World when it comes out on the Switch. I do not have the Wii version, and I should play the 3DS games that I have and the DS ones. I think the only like other Kirby I played besides for this one was Superstar Ultra on the DS. I didn't play all of them included, but I played most of them. I borrowed it from a friend years ago, and I do own it now, but I haven't played the copy that I own. And and the first one, which I forgot what it was called, Star Allies. That I played. That was a lot of fun also. But yeah, Kirby's just a fun game. And yeah, so the next games we're gonna talk about. I mostly play on Switch this year. Like I have other systems, but I didn't really play much this year besides for Zero Escape Trilogy. I bought these copies from PlayAsia years ago when I was actually getting the Omega Labyrinth Life Collector Edition from them. Um, and I played 999 like 3 years ago. I played it through once, got one ending, played it a second time, and then I just never got back to it. I was always like, I have to get back to it, I have to get back to it. But I finally actually restarted it and played it through completion, all the endings. Then I was like, I'm gonna play the series this year, and I was like, I'll take a break between them. I was like, as soon as I finished it, I had to start Virtue's Last Reward. These are incredibly written adventures, and while they're not new, they are amazing, and they hold up extremely, extremely well. And the Vita versions are great, and I know they're on other systems, and hopefully one day we'll get them on Switch. Um, just I love the characters here, love the story, and just incredible mysteries and killing games and like the time shenanigans that go on. I love these. Incredible. Let me know what you think of these. And then we have the end of the trilogy, Zero Time Dilemma, which I wanted to like this so much. The story was good. It was confusing, but it was really really good. But the 3D animations weren't great, but the just it didn't flow as well as these two games. Though each game has a different art style, which was a little jarring. I think the first one looks the best. The story was great. It just didn't have the same impact the ending of the first two did, but it was still a great game. Like I would play it again if it came to Switch, if I had time. I said that with Danganronpa when it came to Switch, but yeah, definitely fun trilogy of games. Then we have no, let's keep this in order. Have a list. Make sure I don't miss any games. The next game is a release from East Asia Soft, Freezer Pops. Now, this is a port that East Asia Soft worked on porting to the Switch of the PC version from a PC game, Freezer Pops on Mail Doll Studios. They have another one coming soon that they just announced last week. And Freezer Pops is just a game where you play as this guy. It's like a little visual novel, pretty short. He plays this guy who is a game developer in Brazil, I think it was, and he is trying to make money. And he starts selling Freezer Pops, and he meets these two guys. And then, as the story goes on, you make your choices. You could date these two guys, and it's just cute and fun. I didn't actually play through the entire, through both options and get all the different scenes, but gotta go with this guy, right? Yeah, really fun. The PC version definitely has a lot more nudity. We'll just say it like as it is. But they had to take it out for the Switch version. Makes you think of Dream Daddy, Jody. Actually, it does remind me of a lot. I actually haven't got Dream Daddy yet. I really wanted to check it out when it came to Switch, but I was hoping for a physical, and I never did. I really should just buy it digitally one day. We'll get to it. But yeah, really, really enjoyed this. And looking forward to more Mail Doll Studios games on the Switch. And talk about East Asia Soft, we have another East Asia Soft game with Murder by Numbers. Um, this is another Picross game made by Irregular Corporation and Metatonic, who did Fall Guys. But yeah, this is a Picross game with a really, really fun story and characters. Kind of like a cross between like Ace Attorney with the music done by a guy who did Ace Attorney and Picross. Really, really had fun. Loved the characters in this game, the levels, the story. Really enjoyed it. I would love a sequel for this. When it was announced digitally for the Switch, I was like, I need this physical. When the physical came out, I was super excited. But then I just never played it because that's what happens to so many games. I finally got to it and loved it. Would highly, highly recommend this one. Um, yeah. Let me know what you think of this if you played it. Now we gotta boot up the next digital game. So we have next digital game we played was Death Comes True. This is a game made by the people who did Danganronpa, but this is a full motion video game where it's all acted out and you play through the game. And in different parts of the game, you have different choices to make. Is the full game on cartridge for which one? Jurio Shelley. Last game I talked about was Murder by Numbers. It is. Death Comes True is digital only, unfortunately. Wish there was a physical, but this is a really fun FMV game. Great, good mystery. Fun sequences, and it's short. I played through everything to get every scene available, and it was a lot of fun playing through. What is the most rare game I have on Switch? Kaisen 12S. I'm not 100% sure what would be considered the most rare game, but I do have a lot like the early limited runs, all the super rare games, a ton of East Asia Soft games. Those are kind of like the smaller prints. I know Lovers and Dangerous Space Time was considered one of the most rarest games from Super Rare, but I know that's getting a reprint, which is awesome. I love when games get reprints. I think physical accessibility should be good, and even with all these limited companies, especially Super Rare, some of their games getting reprints, I am really happy when that happens. I don't care about the value of mine going down. I just think the more people that are able to have their hands on that game, the better. So anyways, Death Comes True was just a really fun game. The acting was good, the writing was good, everything about it was good. And talk about Izanagi Games, we have another one from them, Yuri Kill. Kaisen 12 asks, will I buy Tears of the Kingdom? I will 100% buy it. I don't have it pre-ordered yet. I'm hoping for some collector edition or something to pop up, but I'm definitely buying that and playing it. I love Breath of the Wild. Which was also the only like proper Zelda game I've ever played. But yeah, Yuri Kill. I have a lot to say about Yuri Kill. The visual novel mystery aspect of it is amazing. Loved it. Loved the characters. Loved the story. The shmup, however, I hate shmups. We'll just put it out straight like that. I do not like them. Luckily, this had multiple difficulty options, played on easy, and it was fine. You got through it. But the way the story was interwoven into those shmup sections, I loved that. I love the story of this. I would love a sequel to this. It was just a blast. I wasn't sure about getting this, or if I should just get the physical or order the collector edition. But that was a demo. I played the demo. As soon as I finished that demo, I ordered the collector edition right away. This game was just really, 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 really fun. I'm just curious if anyone else played it, because as much as I hate shmups, I will never not recommend this game. Yeah. The next game we played was House of the Dead Remake, limited edition. Now, I don't really, I like knew of the House of the Dead franchise. I never really tried them out. And when this came out, I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up eventually on sale. But then I was hanging out with a friend in a barcade in Manhattan, and he was like, we have to play House of the Dead. So he, popped in some quarters, and we played House of the Dead for a bit. Now he sucked at it, as would be expected. Yeah, this release is awesome. The physical release, but it was fun. And then I decided to get this when I saw it on sale, and I had a blast. I actually forgot to grab. I posted pictures on Twitter. If you search on my Twitter, I put the Joy-Con into like a hunting rifle that came with like one of the hunting games on the Switch, and just played it like that. It was fun. Very short, but a lot of fun. And yeah, it was just a really nice release and a fun game. Just shooting zombies and monsters. Now, as we talked about before, we have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. This game was fantastic. Everything about this was just a blast. Back in Fodlim with all the amazing characters we had from Fire Emblem Three Houses, with our new character Shez, and yeah, just hacking and slashing. Played all the different stories for each of the three houses, both endings for each of the three houses. I could not put this game down. Just so much fun. And then got the beautiful collector edition from Europe. But yeah, just everything about this was such a good game. Just a blast. Then the next game we played was Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm actually going to talk about my journey with Xenoblade Chronicles, but I've heard about it when it came out on the Wii, like very, very casually. And then I wasn't really into gaming during those years. I just played very, very casually. Then after I left high school, I picked up a 3DS. I was playing different games on that more casually, and so I heard a lot of good things about Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. So I ordered it on eBay and popped it in my 3DS and played it for like 3 hours. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I hate this. And I sold it. And then when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was announced for the Switch, I was looking at it. I was getting more into gaming then. And I started playing it. I bought the collector edition because I wanted the steelbook. And then I started playing it. I was like, no, I'm actually having a nice bit of fun with this game. Eventually I got stuck by a boss and I got annoyed and put it down. A few months later I picked it up. And then I could not put it down. Got through chapter 4. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was just nonstop. I could not put it down. I'm like, okay, I love Xenoblade now. And then when they announced Xenoblade 1 remake for the Switch, picked it up right away, absolutely fell in love with the game. And then when we had Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I was so excited for this. That direct, when they announced these two games, was one of the best directs ever. Rivaling that when they announced Xenoblade Chronicles 1 for Switch and Tokyo Mirage Sessions. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This game is just so good. The story in this game was great. The combat was so much fun. The story, the world, the characters. I love this, 6-character gameplay. And the side quests in this game were perfection. Not a single side quest bored me. I was trying to do actually every single side quest before I got to the final boss. But then it was like right before my sister's wedding. I knew like, once my sister's wedding happened, I would have no time to play games, and I didn't want to wait, so I just ended up playing the final boss, and then I just didn't end up doing the quest. I did like some of like the new like post game quests. We unlocked some more hero characters, but I did like every side quest till the last chapter. Um, incredible game. That ending, so many parts in this game just made me cry, and that's what I love when a game has a story that just gets you in the feels. Anyways, the next game is a game from Super Rare Games, Aerial Knights Never Yield. Now, this is a game based from a musician based out of Detroit, where I'm originally from Michigan, so I was like interested in this game. And it's a one of those endless runner style, but it's not like endless. You actually have like levels where you just auto runner. Well, yeah, I should say auto runner over endless runner. Where jump, slide, dash, slow down, and it was a lot of fun. There was some parts that got pretty annoying, but the music was good. The graphics are definitely interesting, but it works. And once you get into it, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it was a lot of fun playing through this. Next up, after playing Zero Escape Trilogy, you gotta play the next one. And from that author, we have AI: The Somnium Files. I actually didn't pick this up when it launched because it wasn't working then. I just had to be a little more picky with what I was buying, so I missed this, and then it got really expensive. And a good friend of mine sold me his copy for a great price. This game is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. The characters, the story, the writing, the action, everything about this was perfection. I don't want to spoil too much of the game, but if you haven't played this game, play it. Like, so many incredible games this year, and this is what I'm constantly thinking about. Even with Xenoblade and Fire Emblem. Definitely superior games, but there's something about this that is just perfection. Like, love this one. And we have the sequel, AI: The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. Now, this one came out this year. I was debating if I should pick up the collector edition, but I didn't. I only played the AI: The Somnium Files after this already released, after Nirvana released. It was an amazing sequel, not as good as the first one, but I loved it. Hello, Radio 2 Rancid. I'm doing good. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, AI Nirvana Initiative. Who played these games? Because two of the best games I played this year. I need a third one already. Now, let's actually boot up some digital games. So yeah, doing all right at work on lunch. Enjoy your lunch. I have to go to work in a few hours. But yeah, the next game we have is loading. Here we go. We have Otaku Cross, Pretty Boys Mahjong Solitaire. This is another game from East Asia Soft, and it is Mahjong. I always enjoyed playing different Mahjong games on the computers, and this is a lot of fun. Really nice release from East Asia Soft, and here we have some cute, pretty boys to play along with. Really fun releases. The Otaku Cross, and there's another one that came out a few months ago, which is not going to be in this video since I finished it in 2023, not in 2022. But yeah, it's a fun Mahjong game with cute, pretty boys. And the next game, which is also the last digital-only game that I played in 2022, which we'll boot it up. This is a game from 3-Ad Games and Flames Arcade. We have a Winding Path. Now, Winding Path is kind of like a puzzle adventure game. We just walk around talking to people and finding items. There's a couple like mini games, but it is a beautiful game where everything just looks hand drawn, and just like it looks just like hand drawn sketch style game, and it is really fun, cute story, and just I really just love this game. And actually sent me this as a review copy, so that was really awesome of them, and I really enjoyed it. Definitely give that one a great review. Definitely play it. Check it out. Anyways, the next next physical game we have Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero or Zero no Kiseki. Now, when this got its official English release, I was really happy. I actually played this originally in 2021. Um, my good friend Ellie gave me his old Vita, and I hacked it and got all the non-English Trails games for the Vita, fan patch into English. And when I played all the Trails series, all the Trails games in 2021. Now, Trails is now my favorite series after playing through all of them. And having this game officially released in English over 10 years since its initial release was incredible. And the story behind this with the Geofront translation is definitely something to look into because, yeah, the Trail series, this is the fourth game in the overall series, and we got its sequel Zero, Trails to Azure coming out, and soon that's the direct sequel to Zero, and the 10th game in the series overall, Trails into Reverie, coming in the summer, and hopefully we'll get Kuro no Kiseki announced soon. But yeah, this is a really fun RPG, originally made for the PSP, so you have that style graphics. It's not like updated visually. I mean, it's updated like to look better, but it's not like redone. To modern style 3D graphics. But it works better, honestly. But we have our special support section of the Crossbell Police Department starting up and figuring out what exactly is going on in Crossbell in this amazing, amazing adventure in the Kiseki series. Just play the Kiseki series. Like, it is my favorite video game series. And Trails from Zero is another great entry in it and introduces some amazing characters. And this year is the best year to get into Trails because you don't have to go through any hoops like hacking systems and downloading fan patches to play them all. You could buy all of them legally in English in March because that's the last one, or the Azure. That's when Azure's coming out. We are a couple games behind the Japanese releases, but Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure, which were always the missing ones in the in English, are finally available in English. Next up, we have Sonic Frontiers. I've always been a big fan of Sonic, and Sonic Frontiers is so much fun. Again, there's a lot of video game series that I'm a fan of, but I haven't played most of the entries in, and Sonic is another one of those, but I did play a lot of them, and this one was just so much fun. Just running around the 3D environments, fighting enemies, doing the platforming puzzles and challenges were fun. Now, I didn't love the, for anyone that played this, they have like the areas where you go into like 2D or like classic 3D style game where you just like, which were like with the older game style. I mostly enjoyed the overworld, full roaming parts. But the way this game was set up is you could just skip those. And I love that. So for the last couple islands, I just skipped those sections. I just had a blast with this game. The bosses were so much fun. And I can't wait for the DLC for this game. I just had a ton of fun playing through this. The next one we have is the Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection. Now this is the first two Life is Strange games ported to the Switch, when it came out. Again, I played the first two Life is Strange games previously, actually also in 2021. And replaying them on the Switch was great. Now, the games are awesome. The first one, which you mostly focus on Max, and the second one, we mostly focus on Chloe, going through their adventures in Arcadia Bay and figuring out what's going on. Two great adventures. Now, I won't say these are as good of ports as True Colors is. Before the Storm was a perfect port, but that is digital only. The thing is, with Life is Strange, I actually wanted to see how much of it is on cartridge, how much I can play without updating it. So I played through the entire game non-updated, so a lot of my complaints might have been fixed with the update, but one major thing that I noticed was this one scene where they're in a swimming pool and you just don't see the water. So when I finished the game, I actually updated the game, went back to that scene, and you still don't see the water. But I don't know if like everything else was fixed. But yeah, definitely check it out. It was like, even if it didn't look great visually, I loved replaying it on the Switch. This is just such a good game. And yeah, another great game on Switch. Now, the next one, we have Nier Automata, the End of the Horror Edition. I've heard so many good things about this game over the years, and with it finally coming to Switch, I knew I had to play it. And I will say I was a bit disappointed. The story was amazing. Really, really enjoyed it. There's some parts that were a little whatever, but I'm not a fan of shmups, as I said before in this stream, for anyone that was there then. And I'm not also the biggest fan of action games, but I enjoy the action parts, but the shmups were like, eh. If this was like an RPG, I would have been all over it. I do have Replicant, but I haven't played it because I don't really use my Xbox that often. But yeah, it was a fun game though. It was definitely was fun, and I'm really happy that this game was finally on Switch. And yeah, if Replicant comes to Switch, I'll play it. I just can't see myself actually getting to it on Xbox. Let me know if you played this. It's a fun game, finally on Switch. Next one we did was Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Now I have got this game signed by the lead developer and lead composer Davide Soliani and Grant Kirkhope at a Nintendo New York launch event for the game, which was an absolute blast to go to. And this game was fun. I loved the first Mario Rabbids game, and this one was a great follow up. I didn't enjoy the overworld parts as much as I did the first game, but the battles in this game were so much fun. Loved playing with all the new characters, and loved being back with Rabbid Peach. And Jody said she still has to finish Sparks of Hope. It is really, really good. I hope you enjoy it and got to finish it. But yeah, it was really, really fun. Great strategy RPG, and love the Rabbids. And I just can't wait to see more of this. And I have the gold edition. So I'm ready for the DLC with Raymond. It's going to be the DLC character in this one. And the last game which I finished this year is Tetris Effect Connected. I love Tetris, and I've heard about Tetris Effect for VR. And when it came on Switch, I was like, I need a physical, and then it got a physical. And yeah, Jody, you have the figures from the first game. Yeah, I also have the figures from the first game. Got them on sale. Love them. And when I went to the launch event in New York, I actually took the Mario Rabbit figure, and I got it signed by Davide Soliani and Grant Kirkhope. So that's really, really cool collection piece that I have. But yeah, Tetris Effect Connected. I played through the story in this game, and this game I'm definitely going to be going back to again and again because just playing Tetris with that phenomenal music and the phenomenal environments was just so much fun. And I want to play this in VR just for the experience. I don't actually have any VR systems. Um, but I loved this game, and really happy to have a physical on Switch. Yeah, so that's all the games I finished this year. But I have like two games which I started but didn't finish. And in the beginning of the year, I started Immortals: Phoenix Rising. I was really enjoying this game. I just never finished it for some reason. Really want to get back to it. It's Ubisoft open world adventure, but the humor and the Greek gods, and it's just a lot of fun. Just never finished it. And we have another game which finally came to Switch later this year. We have Persona 5 Royal. I don't know why. Like the Persona games, I played a bit of Persona 4 Golden on Vita and Persona 5 Royal on Switch. I like them, but I just have a hard time getting lost in them and just playing through them. Um, they are great, and I do want to finish both of them. I'm not gonna get Persona 3 and Persona 4 when they launch on Switch because they're digital only a day before Fire Emblem. I didn't finish this one. I'll get them eventually on sale. But there's just too many reasons for me not to buy them right away because like it's digital. Why do I need to buy them right away? But I'm really really happy that they're all on Switch, and I do need to get back to this one. I was gonna try to focus on this, try to finish it before Fire Emblem Engage, but I kind of decided to just take a break. And right now I'm playing Ys 2, Harvestella, and Tearaway. But yeah, so that's all the games I played this year. And thank you everyone for joining this live stream, and whoever's still here, thank you for staying here. And whoever you're watching this video later, hope this was fun. I'd love to see people's comments on all these games. So, quick recap on every game we did. We got Persona 5 Royal, Tetris Effect, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nier Automata, Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection, Immortals: Phoenix Rising, Sonic Frontiers, Trails from Zero, Take Care Radio. I hope the rest of work goes good. AI, The Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative, AI, The Somnium Files, Never Yield, Aerial Knights Never Yield, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, House of the Dead Remake, Yuri Kill, The Culmination Games, Murder by Numbers, Kirby the Forgotten Land, Liar Princess and the Blind Prince, Life is Strange True Colors, Fire Emblem Three Houses. This year I did the Black Eagle routes, Pokemon Legends Arceus, What the Golf, Zero Time Dilemma, and the Nonary games, and then a bunch of digital games. So yeah, this was a fun live stream. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend and a great rest of their nights. And I'll see you all around on Twitter, on future YouTube videos, and future live streams. Anyways, have a great night, everyone. Bye.